I am continuing my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a bit as I move along. We continue with Isaiah. This is chapter 18, and I do believe this will continue the prophecy that was begun in 17, what is called the burden of Damascus, but is largely a prophecy about Israel. The Lord shall raise the gospel ensign, send messengers to his scattered people, and gather them to Mount Zion. Woe to the land shadowing with wings, which is beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, that sendeth ambassadors by the sea, even in vessels of bulrushes upon the waters, saying, Go, ye swift messengers, to a nation scattered and peeled, to a people terrible from their beginning hitherto, a nation meted out and trodden down, whose land the rivers have spoiled. All ye inhabitants of the world and dwellers on the earth, see ye, when he lifteth up an ensign on the mountains, and when he bloweth a trumpet, hear ye. For so the Lord said unto me, I will take my rest, and I will consider in my dwelling place like a clear heat upon herbs, and like a cloud of dew in the heat of harvest. For afore the harvest, when the bud is perfect, and the sour grape is ripening in the flower, he shall both cut off the sprigs with pruning hooks, and take away and cut down the branches. It says here the woe to the land, but in the footnote, alternate Hebrew, hoi, or a form of greeting, kind of hello. Hello to the land, shadowing with wings. Now it says beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. Ethiopia, or also known as the land of Cush, is south of Egypt. And this is beyond Ethiopia. So this is kind of an idiom saying from a land far away, a land that we have no direct contact with. I think this is literally talking about America. This is talking about the restoration and the missionary work being sent from a far distant land to reclaim the scattered Israel. This can't be talking about the Christians in the early years just after Christ, because they don't come from a land beyond Ethiopia. They come from the Middle East. They come from Judea. This is talking about a time when you have missionaries of the gospel coming from a land far distant, a land that nobody has direct contact with. We just have to say it's beyond what we know. They are coming to reclaim Israel. This is the missionary work of the restoration in the last days. And they have the same thing there, ensign on the mountains. That is the church in Utah, in the top of the mountains. And so before the harvest, shall cut off the sprigs with pruning hooks and take away and cut down the branches. This is the harvest, is the second coming and the destruction of the wicked and all that. That's the harvest. And before that time, the missionaries are going out and they're taking out the sprigs, they're taking out the branches and bringing them back into the natural tree. Very much reminiscent of the allegory of the olive tree in Jacob chapter 5. But let us finish this chapter here. It says here, verse 6, They shall be left together unto the fowls of the mountains, and to the beasts of the earth, and the fowls shall summer upon them, and all the beasts of the earth shall winter upon them. In that time shall the present be brought unto the Lord of hosts of a people scattered and peeled, and from a people terrible with their beginning hitherto, a nation meted out and trodden under foot, whose land the rivers have spoiled, to the place of the name of the Lord of hosts, the Mount Zion. In that time, in the last days, Israel is going to be gathered and will be brought back to their land, where the Lord has put his name, Jerusalem, or Mount Zion. So this is a good prophecy about the restoration and gathering of Israel. But that is the end of it, so we will see you in the next one.